All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So BLCS is when the unique CTRL of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which means our ad is entering fewer than 6 out of every 100 women's brains, which means fewer than 6 out of every 100 women that our ad reaches, we actually have a non-zero chance of them buying from us. So we actually got to get this number as high as possible, but 6% is the minimum. Below 6%, we got a real problem, and we got so much more we can get out of it. That's because a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. Extremely common, seems like everyone's got it, and everyone believes it's normal, but it's not. It's the symptom of a deeper root cause. The deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes, which we'll see more about at the end of the video. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser. So our universe is taking shape here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. And BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. Treatment takes about a week. We know this because we invented this. We've done it a bunch already. And pretty simple, we duplicate the original ad, leave that one, running or off, whatever, and we treat the duplicated ad. Once the duplicated ad is treated, after about a week, then we keep whichever one rolling, which has the highest metrics. And it's always been the Boudoir Pico treated ad has the highest metrics after. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we move from having the 3 pre-click mistakes to now we have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads, aka, our unique CTR all is above 6%. Finally. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our full universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. And then we got treatment, solution. Boudoir Pico takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. So that's our universe. Now my residency, went out and found some Boudoir Facebook ads, brought them back to the hospital, tested them. First one, and its unique CTRL was 4.3%. So we can see that since unique CTRL is under 6%, BLCS is present, aka yes, Boudoir low click syndrome. But now we got the solution for that. BLCS treated with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week, so we did that. We did the treatment, got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. And we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend. So they're spending 10 grand a month on that original Boudoir Facebook ad. Now they only need to spend $6,300 a month on the Boudoir Pico traded ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. So it's a difference of $3,700 a month that they can simply pocket. They don't have to spend it. Is 100% that was being wasted before. It's like pocket that $3,700 a month, like phantom profit, bonus profit, and not actually, well, after 12 months, they're it's like a 40K bonus for no extra effort, no servicing more clients, nothing, just simply by being more efficient. Next, part of my residency, second part, found a second Boudoir Facebook ad, brought it in to the, brought it into the hospital and found that the unique CTRL 1.39%. So unique CTRL under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So we know we can solve this that way. We got the solution. So we treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on that Boudoir Facebook ad, then they, now they can they only need to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and they'll get their ad into the same number of women's brains. So 8,400 that was being wasted, now they pocket it. They don't need to spend it anymore. 100% of it was being wasted on the original. So it's kind of like $8,400 a month phantom bonus that they're acquiring. And as a result, more and more, at the end of 12 months, that's something like 100K phantom bonus back in their bank. And essentially, without doing really any extra work. Finally, I had a patient come through. So his unique CTRL 5.03%. So okay, unique CTRL under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And as a result, well, we've got the treatment. So we treated it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. Got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. Found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of ad spend. So if you're spending 10 grand a month in the original Boudoir Facebook ad, he now only needs to spend 3,300 bucks a month on that Boudoir Pico treated ad to get that ad into the same number of women's brains. And that difference, 6,700 bucks a month, he no longer has to spend. He keeps it in his pocket. $6,700 like phantom bonus basically every single month. And as a result, after 12 months, it's like an 80K bonus, not having to do any extra work, nothing. So overall, the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers here. We got wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. Take the average of those numbers, it's probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So, and if they're spending more than 10K a month in Boudoir Facebook ads, then approximately 5K a month of wasted ad spend can be eliminated, and they can actually keep that in their pocket. And that's kind of like 60K over the next year, approximately. So the average Boudoir, so approximately half their ad spend. All right, so now we're going to diagnose this Boudoir Facebook ad and see if we believe it has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, and a unique CTRL under 6%. So first thing we're looking at is the first thing I'm seeing is the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we're trusting what Facebook is telling us to fill out is actually what we should fill out for our Boudoir Facebook ads. And when we do this, we actually we're trusting is best for us, but when we do this, it actually causes way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than normal, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, in the back end, Facebook loves this because the more women scroll by our ads out of 100, lowering our unique CTRL, Facebook can serve more ads per unit time. This is why we never ever, and Facebook makes more money per unit time that way, and we waste and lose more money per unit time. That's why we never ever trust what Facebook recommends us to do. Second, looking at the creative here, the photo, the luxury boudoir giveaway. All right, so the photo, the creative, this is the looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we believe our boudoir Facebook ad should look like an ad because that's what all the other boudoir Facebook ads we've seen, they all look like ads. But the consequence of this is that way more women gonna be scrolling by our ad than necessary. And yes, even though everyone else looking like their boudoir Facebook ads, that's why 100% of Boudoir Facebook ads I've seen the back end for and that I've tested myself have had BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, have a unique CTRL under 6%, because everyone's making these same mistakes as everyone else. That's why everyone keeps getting the same outcomes as everyone else. So yeah, this pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, and basically wrecking our ability to, basically wrecking our ability to be efficient with our ad spend and contributes to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. Finally, we're going to look at the see more headline here. First 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. We ain't got nothing on line 3 here, so want to win a Boudoir session. What if you never feel ready, but do it anyway? All right, so want to win a Boudoir session. What if you never feel ready? Do it anyway. All right, so yeah, we only got 1 point of relevant context here. It's just the lack of context mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we actually believe we are, that we've got enough context to call in the optimal number, the right number of maximum women that we're actually speaking to, instead of us actually, and kicking out the ones that we don't want clicking on our stuff. And as a result, we're actually going to have way, way, way more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary. And it's actually going to pull our unique CTRL under 6% and increase the probability that we have BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So if you're looking at all this stuff, so I believe we've got BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, and a unique CTR all under 6%. Yes, I do. Yes, I believe this is a good candidate for Boudoir Pico. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you've seen how the market keeps getting more and more saturated with boudoir photographers. Like, every time someone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up a, Google My Business profile saying they offer boudoir, or they're, posting in the mom groups, or if they get a new camera, they're posting in the mom groups saying they now do boudoir shoots. So more and more photographers keep entering the market, saturated market. And you've been out, and you're seeing also, inflation, just like kind of cost of living keep going up, going up, going up. And you've been pulling more and optimizing, pulling more with Facebook, more profit out of your business in other areas already. So you've already been optimizing. And you decided now you're finally ready to optimize the Boudoir Facebook ad side of your business because you saw with Boudoir Pico, yeah, it can save approximately, 5K a month. Put that back in your pocket that you don't have to spend, so so it's not being wasted. And approximately 60K over the next year. You decide you want that outcome, and you want to achieve pre-click alignment. You want to become a dominant boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost. As you know, you need that on your pathway to be the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM when I'm open for new patient intake. Right now I'm not open. My DMs are closed, so I'm not open for new patient intake right now. But shoot me a DM when I do open for new patient intake, and we will see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.